Hey everyone, this is Rocky from WeLearnChess.com, and I'm playing on Lichess. I don't usually play much on Lichess, but seems like everybody and their mother's doing it, so why not be a sheep follower? Yeah, just hoping to get a more exciting opening, but play this Ruy Lopez. I think I can play that first. Go after the bishop pair there. Might cost me a pawn, but I'm gonna try for it. You can take on b5 there. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that probably wasn't very accurate by me to play that that move. Take with the bishop, probably not. Probably not. Should probably get castled one of these days. Yeah, probably have to drop this back. I don't really like putting the knight on that square, actually, because it seems to have, like, pretty crappy prospects after that, but... Okay, that pawn's protected. Let's get castled. So you probably want to play c5 middle here. I got a ton of background noise. I got like Sesame Street on the background. Mom and the kid are playing in the other room. Probably come out here. So get some colorful commentary. Yeah, I definitely misplayed the opening here. No doubt about that. I could get the pin if he lets me, actually, because the knight can't defend the other knight. Like, he's played a couple odd moves in the Ruy. Like the quick a4, I don't think is actually that great. I probably should just plan to push that pawn. And the knight's not bad on c3 necessarily, but it's not really standard, so he might forget to play h3. Yeah, okay, he remembers to play it. Alright, so probably try to contest the center a little bit here. It's actually, maybe it wasn't totally necessary, because it's going to be slow plan for him to play c3 and then d4, but he could, yeah, try to route the knight there. Okay, so if I take, he takes with the bishop. I can take this, but it gives him the a file. So I don't mind if he takes my dark square bishop so much. So I'm just gonna, I just want to prevent the pin. Pre-move that capture. Now if the bishop wants to come here, I'll have to give it up for the knight there. Does have the bishop pair now. Okay, he wants to play f4. I'd like to get the a file if I can. I wonder if I should take with the f pawn, because he's going to play f4, and then I'll still have an f pawn after I take it. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say he can't come down to a7 yet, so I still have an f pawn here. It's got a dark square bishop, so I should probably try to protect some of these dark squares, although can that knight get in here? I don't think so. The only thing is if I play e5, I'd like to be able to play d5 to get this knight in play. d5, he could push here. I think I have to play this. Maybe still play d5. Splits my pawns, though. Okay. Gotta get this knight in play. Somehow. Okay, so what does he want to sacrifice or something here? Okay, well the knight on b6 was terrible, so to do something about that. I can split my pawns here, but I don't know how much of a big deal it is, although he'll be able to attack this weak pawn with his knight, so probably should do that. If he doesn't, I'm probably going to keep rerouting the knight. Maybe e6 to f4. Maybe I can protect the knight with the other knight. Then he could take here. Okay. Not much choice there. Okay, so I've got weak pawns, that's for sure. I can't take this pawn because he can check me and queen. Although here he can't check me, right? Ah, yes he can, taking that pawn. So let's go here. Now the pawn is under attack. Try to get rid of that weakness there. Okay. He could check me, but I don't really see how I would follow up with that. If he takes the pawn, I'll take his pawn. Seems pretty even. I could have tried to defend my pawns, but it felt like a little passive. Like moving the knight to protect the pawn, and the knight was sitting out there. And if he attacks the knight, then I got to defend the knight with the rook, and then maybe I'm in a pin. So, just didn't seem necessary. Here I can defend my pawn and attack the rook at the same time. Attacks the knight. I can just protect the pawn this way for now. If he attacks the pawn, maybe attack the rook and then move the knight out. And at some point, we should both win each other's pawn. I just want to make sure I don't let him win my pawn without him winning mine. Okay. My knight getting trapped here. Okay. Setting up discoveries here, so I probably have to move the king. I can move the knight out and protect my pawn. Ooh, or I can just play forward here. It's even better. Okay, now I can move the knight. Should I attack this first? Probably not, because then he can pin me. I always have to kind of watch my king here, this knight and rook. If he attacks the pawn with the rook, well, that's actually probably pretty good. The rook. I could attack his knight so that he can't take with the rook. But I'd like to eventually get my rook on his pawn. I should probably attack my pawn just to make sure he keeps the initiative. I don't know if I want to play my knight back to d1 to attack that, though, because it can just move over. Maybe protect this with the rook. It's going to take him several moves to attack this with the knight. Probably I should protect this with the weaker piece. Go after the knight, I guess. But then I can put my rook down on a2 and potentially threaten to win this. Careful about this knight here. Yeah, I don't know about the ratings on this site. It's like it's way different than chess.com, that's for sure. Gotta always watch checks here. Can't take the pawn yet because his knight's hanging, but if he moves the knight, I can take his pawn first. Okay, surprised he did that, but alright. Alright, so my knight is a little loose here. I've got to get it into play, probably through g5. Yeah, g5 over to e4, potentially. Let's put it on a protected square. I like that I haven't moved my pawn, so I still at least have a shield here. Yeah. I'm sure he won't take, but oops, I should be able to stop this pawn with the knight, so it's not a problem. Okay, probably I should try to get behind this pawn. And I like being on f2 here. If he moves the rook, I'll always have checks here to jump the knight in a little bit more quickly. Okay, I'm going to get behind the pawn here. Just try to be a little bit safe about this. And like if he moves the rook to d4, I can actually fork him immediately. So actually, oh, he can check and then pawn this way. Okay. Yeah, he saw the fork idea there. I could even sack the knight and get the pawn, but then that's pretty even. So I should keep this piece. Let's put the knight here and help prevent it from moving forward. Actually, now he can't check this. Now I can't check. So he's going to have to attack the knight. Then I can protect the knight, and then he can protect his pawn like laterally, but that's going to be hard to keep. Also, I have knight jumps in here. Yeah. Yeah, then how is he going to protect g2 now? Gotta be careful about him putting his pawn on h5 here. Just gonna set up a discovered check here. Double attacking the pawn. I don't think he can protect it anymore. His time's running low too. Just keep everything protected. If he moves the pawn, then probably I should be able to win it. Throw in a check here and probably another check. Be careful that his king doesn't come all the way down here and try to mate me. Okay. Now I'm threatening to trade rooks. Can't check me. Yeah, he didn't see it. And that's game over. Probably should resign now, but it's been pretty determined up to this point. And just get the king out here. He got opposition, but it's not going to last, obviously. And I'm not sure why he's playing this, but guess he can do whatever he wants. Can't even protect the pawn now. Alright. Yeah, so you get here's some of the background noise. Let's take a look at the analysis board, because I know I misplayed the opening here. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Chess lets you do this. There's the live engine. I kind of like the chess.com analysis better because it gives you sort of the classifications of the moves, and it gives some lines. Oh, this gives lines too, I think, actually. Yeah, up till here, I think it's fine. Yeah, a4 felt like a little early to me. I think a lot of times you're supposed to meet that with b4. But yeah, I guess putting the bishop out to either square probably made sense, just because then the rook is protected. I guess d7 makes more sense because it's looking at this diagonal. So I forgot I could make arrows only just while I'm playing. I meant to do that. Yeah, he should have taken here. I mean, I saw that he was going to win a pawn, and I can't take the pawn because of the pin. So yeah, either the bishop here or here, and I guess probably here he's going to be up a pawn, but he'll have double isolated b pawns, and I've got the bishop pair, so I feel like, and he's got a backwards pawn here too, so I feel like these pawns are weak. I've got one nice pawn chain, so something like this. I'm already on the backwards pawn. Maybe I can try to play to get heavy pieces over to the b file at some point. I do have the bad bishop. That's not great. But yeah, that would have been interesting. So okay, but he didn't want to go with the bishop, which is also understandable. Yeah, why didn't I play b4 here? I guess this isn't too bad either. Yeah, probably here made more sense. Or yeah, playing c5 first. The only thing I was out c5, didn't he have like a sacrifice? No? Ah, because my queen's on it. I totally missed that. I was just thinking it was going to be attacked twice. Okay, well in that case, yeah, I definitely should have played c5. Okay. Alright, so I had this in the game. Yeah, he gets the bishop pair here, although that's my quote-unquote bad bishop now. I think I'm slowly making my position a little worse. The computer engine here doesn't seem to think it's too bad. This I wasn't sure about, just because I'll never really be able to play d5 too easily. Yeah, this probably wasn't great here. So I wonder if I can do something else here. Computer wants to trade. I just didn't want to give him the A file. But okay, if I move right away, it's hard for him to infiltrate. This is a computer line here. Yeah, he still can split my pawns. This is nice, this knight kind of protecting squares, hitting the bishop. Trade. Keeping the bishop. Probably getting pawns off dark squares is the idea here. Yeah, he's probably a little bit better in this endgame just because he's got the bishop and there's pawns on both sides of the boards. My pawns are split. He's got healthier pawn structure here. So I feel like he'll have better attacking chances at my pawns as targets. But also I'm not quite a very good endgame player, so... Okay, so I played this and started to make a mess out of this. Huh. Why didn't I take here? I didn't even see that at all. I mean, I saw that I was going to potentially attack the queen and take later, but I didn't see that I could take it now. Oh, man. Yeah, that would have been... Wow, that's just incredibly different. Wow. Yeah, I get a tempo here. I can take this pawn. And he is up a pawn here, right? No, we're not. He's not even up a pawn here. Okay, well, I don't know about these moves, but that's certainly better than what I allowed for in the game, which was terrible. I'm kind of surprised he didn't win this, actually. Computer's giving a +3.5 advantage with even material pretty much on the board, which is just shows you how bad my position is. So he missed a couple opportunities here. The rook sack is understandable. Let's see, rook sack. He's saying I can't take this here. Because of the rook. Yes, very nice. So this knight is stopping this check. Okay, very nice. But okay, it's understandable that he would miss this. But again, yeah, if he missed it the first time, he was going to miss it the second time. So it's understandable. I don't think I would have found that either in this time control. But I mean, better players probably would find it, I'm sure. But now it should be a draw. He was able to keep the initiative for a while, and then he just blundered the piece. So this was interesting. Trying to come here, but the knight is protected, so it's not like I'm gaining anything by that I can see. I think we both kept it pretty much tight here until the mistake. Yeah, here, okay, moving the king out is interesting, or maybe moving the knight. If he just goes here. Yeah, that's right, I can take. That was what I set up. And then my pawn is dangerously close to queening, so that's not great. Trying to get the king over. Okay. So this is that idea. These are just computer lines here. Well, okay, that could go on for a long time. Okay, but back to the game continuation here, and then he blundered this piece. Yeah, and then it's probably there was some more efficient way, although I felt like I am doing pretty good here. Okay, taking with the rook was a little bit better, but I think it's pretty simple, or pretty similar. Yeah, and there's probably forcing this king into the action was unnecessary. Should have just kept it locked on the back rank and then played with the extra piece. But yeah, obviously that's a win. Okay, so that was not one of many games that I play on Lichess, but I think it was a pretty fun game. Let's see if we can get one more.